Hey, welcome to another to a live. To a live. I gotta get used to that. Start doing more lives on this channel. Open-minded conversations. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being a part of this channel. If you haven't already, please, press the subscribe button. Uh, you know, Looking forward to this channel growing. As I always say, we talk about current events, we talk about religion, we talk about just open-minded conversations, like the name of the channel. And like I say, if you're not open-minded, you can turn to another channel. But if you are, appreciate y'all for tuning in. And so, last night was a very interesting event. Very interesting. I feel once it started happening, I started getting to get a different view about, what it had, transpired on this, this event, as far as, Jake Paul versus, Iron Mike Tyson. Uh, it was a lot of issues. It was a lot of issues with Netflix, the buffering. So much going on with the, every time it get to a good part, it seems like it was buffering for some reason. It was something with Netflix, platform, where it was just, at the beginning, but it seems interesting once it got to the Tyson and Jake Paul fight. It didn't do it as much. But anyways, very interesting fights. Very interesting fights, I should say. You know, it is what it is. The first fight was interesting. First fight was interesting. The Goyet, I think his name was. He was kind of doing some weird, weird gestures in the ring. Kind of showing off, but he was getting his hits in. On in the ring. Let me find. I gotta get the name right. The fights on Jake. Jake versus Jake Paul versus Tyson. Let me see how many what fights it was that night. But the Barrios versus Ramos, that was a very interesting fight. I think he had more reach, and plus he was a taller fighter. But it was very interesting. Goet versus Nunez. Yeah, that's what it was. I believe Nunez, I think he was kind of afraid to really go in on that first fight. It was like Goet was really messing with him, messing with his mind. I think he was getting more into his mind, and that's why Nunez was kind of hesitant to do those jabs and stuff like that in that first one. But Goet was doing some I ain't gonna lie, he was doing some suspect stuff, gestures to Nunez that was very concerning, I should say. But it was okay fight. It wasn't the best fight of that night. But Barrios and Ramos was very interesting. Barrios, I know I'm probably saying his name wrong. Barrios, I think. Barrios. I think that's how you say it. But I think he had more of a reach than Ramos, and I think Ramos was a little older than Barrios. I'm trying to roll these R's, but it's interesting. Halfway through, I think Ramos got his confidence in the middle of the fight. That was very, very interesting. The way that transpired last night. But I think this fight and Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, I I think there was very good fights. But I think the fight of the night and what people are most talking about is the Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. I think that was a very they really fought for it. The only thing that really hindered Serrano is that gash on her head, her eyebrow. And to me, and people can say what they want, but I think that was Katie Taylor's tactic. I think that's her tactic because they said she has done that several times before. They said she has done that several times before, and it's just amazing that these things happen over and over again. As far as her fighting, but Katie Taylor, she had some hits though. She had some combinations. She had some combinations that Serrano couldn't catch, and so that's how she won the fight. People say it was cheated, it was rigged, but they said Katie Taylor won the fight, and so it is what it is. Everybody thought Amanda Serrano was going to win. Everybody thought she was, the way she really came out there real confident. But I think if Amanda Serrano would have hit a little harder, she had some headshots. She had some headshots, but it wasn't landing like Katie Taylor's punches was landing. And so the main event, Tyson versus Jake Paul. It was interesting. Reality really kicked in for me when I saw Mike Tyson walking out there. Of course we love the mystique and the aura of Mike Tyson, but face it, age really did show last night. He's 58 years old, and Jake Paul is around 27, 28 years old, and age really showed last night. In my eyes, Mike is still one of the best boxers who ever done it. I don't think it was fair on Mike Tyson's part. I don't think it was right for Jake Paul to do this fight. Honestly, I don't think it was right. We all heard about the slap. Heard around the world with Mike Tyson. And they said that Jake Paul stepped on Mike Tyson's toe, and that's why he slapped Mike Tyson. But I just love the motivation. It's motivation, as far as Mike Tyson, being 58 years old, still in somewhat of a shape. But face it, reflexes is different. At a 58 years old man, the reflexes is kind of slower. And his leg work was very bad last night. His leg work, and so he couldn't get in those jabs like he wanted. And plus he's 58, and Jake Paul is around 28, 27, and so I in a way, I felt it was a little waste of time. But I think the other fights of the night really made up for it. But I hope Mike Tyson don't get back in the ring. Really hopes he don't. But even if he do, it wouldn't tarnish his reputation. But it's inspiration at the same time. But again, appreciate y'all for watching this live. And let me know what y'all thought about the fight. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And again, appreciate y'all for watching. And until next time, all right, peace.